Welcome back to our small island challenge. We are playing on a completely custom map I created, which only has the smallest islands possible in the game. We also have 3 stars AI, hard pirates, and a few other surprises. There's definitely both a military and economic challenges for sure. Don't hesitate to check in the video description below if you want to see the full playlist or many of my other videos like how to create your own map or what is happening with DLC 11. But for everybody else, without further ado, let's dive in. As always, I was busy in the New World and miss Margaret attacking again. But this time she's focusing on my second island. So it's a really good thing that in the last episode we built 2 cannons there, otherwise the island would have been lost for sure. But even with that, as you can see, I may lose it. My fleet is taking forever to arrive and we are very close to the red dawn. Okay, that was definitely a close call, but we do have the victory. On the other hand, now we need to wait for the attack countdown to reach 0 to be able to rebuild this island. Right now, almost everything is destroyed, so that's gonna cost a bit of resources, including weapons. Funnily enough, Alfonso still sends from time to time 1 or 2 ships to the New World, so I have to make sure to destroy them as soon as I see them to keep full control of the region. Also making sure he doesn't, build a fleet there. So of course I continue increasing also the size of my fleet with all of the weapons I find from pirates, but also the one I'm starting to make in the old world. As you can see, he's even starting to send ships of the line. Good thing is for now, he's only sent 1 at a time, so I do need to be careful, but I can take that on. Okay, a few minutes later, now we've been able to fully rebuild this second island, including 2 cannons. And so every few minutes we continue to buy frigates every time they're available at Archie, and of course, as I said, continue to make some in the New World. So now we already have 10 frigates in the Old World. So I think it's time to fight back. Who should we attack? Margaret Island that we discovered the last time still has 2 cannons only, or should we try to retake our 3rd island that Alfonso took over? It already has 3 cannons and a crane. That's a bit harder to take. And I was actually ready to start making my attack when Margaret sent a new wave. That's actually a pretty impressive one, more than 10 ships for sure. And she's attacking again the second island, but this time my fleet is ready. I think she has no chance. That was actually an easy victory. And here it is, surprise, surprise, I decided to attack Margaret. It's actually an easier target, and also frankly, when I had that 3rd island in the south, I didn't really do anything with it. It was small and not very useful, so I decided let's just go for Margaret full steam. We now have a fleet of 14 ships and many items, so let's see the fight. She's also sending a few ships to defend, as you can see, but clearly I think we're getting there. And yes, this is a victory. Our 1st island. We've taken over our 1st island from Margaret. And we only lost 2 frigates. So all in all, I think a pretty good investment. Now I've also made sure to discover the other 2 islands that she has around there. And honestly, I think we made the right choice. He definitely appears to be the least of those strong AIs. This second island also has 2 cannons only, and this seems to be quite a big island. And lastly, this last island has 5 cannons, which is more, but I think we could be able to take that on in the future. And the other fun thing with that one, you may have seen, it only has workers, no farmers at all apparently, which again links a bit to the fact that AIs cheat anyway. But if you think she's beaten, you're definitely underestimating her, underestimating the challenge that we're facing here. Every time I send one or several ships out in the sea, she's sending a small fleet to welcome me. This first one not so bad, but actually not so small, because she sent a second and actually sunk my 2 ships here, including the flagship. It's actually a good thing you can buy your flagship back from Archie, and it's actually not that expensive, so let's do that immediately. But still, we definitely need to be careful she's not giving up. And because of that, I decided to not waste any time and attack her again, attack her second island, the one that still only has 2 cannons. We are back to having 14 ships, 14 frigates, and we meet a small fleet on arrival. Not too worried, let's see. And done, we again lost 2 ships only, let's say. I think in the best case scenario now she only has 1 island left. So we're definitely taking an advantage over her here. I'm really liking this. But at the same time, I'm trying not to be too cocky and making sure to have a sufficient fleet in the New World to destroy both the pirates. And Alonso also keeps sending ships. But now that we have those 3 islands in the New World, really giving a lot of resources, including the cigars, we are making good money. Despite this fleet, we are making good money, so I'm really liking this. Of course, if we had only the old world, this would be a lot harder. So let's do a quick check on our AI situation. Alonso actually still has a bigger military and economy than ours, almost double. So yeah, if you thought that game was already won, think again. On the other hand, it seems that Vicente is actually right now half her strength. That's very interesting, and basically probably the main reason why he didn't declare war on us. He's too scared. But let's focus on Margaret, and in particular let's try to attack this last island that she may have in the old world. It has 3 main cannons, 2 small ones. Can we take that? But actually before that, when you take an island, remember that it's protected for 30 minutes. It cannot be retaken for 30 minutes, but that time is now over. So Margaret is attacking again the first island. She's trying to take it back, really not giving up. You have to give it to her. But her fleet really isn't that strong anymore. I think we're really taking an advantage over her. So let's find out if this is Margaret's last island. I try to focus first on the big cannons that are doing a lot of damage, trying to use also items on the few ships that she has around. So far so good, we're making good progress on the health of this island. And this is done. We have taken 3 islands in this old world corner in basically half an hour. And she's actually done. We have only 2 more 3 stars AI left. But really more importantly, now we have 3 new islands in the old world. So with those 3 new islands, do you think we can finally move to the engineer tiers? Or at least unlock the ship of the line at 550 artisan? What do you think? What should be our next objective? Should we focus on trying to get to that ship of the line, trying to get to engineer maybe? Or should we try to focus on Alonso while we're a bit on a roll? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Also, of course, if you have any questions, requests, I'd love to hear about them. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below. And of course, also if you have any thoughts, any questions, requests, don't hesitate to put them in the comments below. And please take 2 seconds to smash this like button. Thank you all for watching up to now, and I hope to see you next time.